What is up, everyone? It's Ricky57 to return a chance. Today's August 4th, 2024. We're gonna hop on and do a market watch. But before I get started on that, I do want to give a shout out to first DeAndros5883, who commented on a video that we did. I think it was July 31st market watch. He commented that Arch Nemesis Gatos is actually searchable using the Nemesis flag, because Nemesis flag does search out a Nemesis monster, and this card does have Nemesis in the name. I don't know why I thought Nemesis flag had only searched like based on type or like attribute. It just went over my head. I should have read the card, but yeah, shout out Deandros 5883 for commenting on that video. And I did pin the comment, so I did make the mistake by saying it wasn't searchable, but it is searchable. So yeah, shout out to him for that. I have another shout out I want to give out to is Millennium Bobby TCG for keeping me from staying away from this card, Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. I thought it was going to be a good pickup, but I forgot that Maze of Memories is listed to be on the 10th, and it was already announced that this card is getting reprinted in the 10th a couple of days ago. So yeah, shout out to Millennium Bobby TCG for telling me that Maze of Memories is going to be in the 10th. I almost bought this card, but I did. He did comment on that video right away, so yeah, I didn't end up picking it up, and I'm glad because now it's down in price. So yeah, shout out to Millennium Bobby TCG for commenting, and then shout out also Deandros 5883 for commenting on the video as well. And if you guys ever see me make a mistake or have some more information that you guys could provide for the market watch and stuff, just go ahead and comment down below. That's where we're here for, to help each other out. But yeah, now let's get started on some other cards we want to talk about. We have Fiendsmith Engraver. I actually need to refresh a couple of these because I actually was thinking about doing the market watch yesterday, so I already had these pulled up. So let's see. We have Engraver right now, 47 listing. Looks like it's back up to $110, $113, $115. So moving up to $115. Looks like we have a big wall right here. Gamer's Choice with 157 engravers at 115. So it's gonna take a little bit for that price to I guess drop. I want to say, I mean, we do have some people undercutting right here, but Gamer's Choice is holding it down to 115. So unless they change their price point, I don't think others are gonna go I guess past that too much or try to undercut as well, because we only have 1 2 3 4 5 6, maybe like 7 listings under the $115 price point. Maybe that's what Gamer's Choice is doing, just setting the price point for Engraver. Let me know how you guys feel about Fiendsmith Engraver, and if you guys think maybe after the ban list it might drop down in price, or if it's going to continue to go up in price. We do have a ban list coming at the end of August. Towards the end of August is what Konami said. So I'm really excited for that. Hopefully it does make some changes over here in the TCG, because I've heard people have been quitting playing Yu-Gi-Oh because the format is like toxic or something. That's a conversation for another day. I'm just here to talk about the market today. LZ of the White Forest looks like it's been going up in price. 39 listings. We had this card sitting around like $20-ish, but right now we have it moving up to $30, $30, $30.70, $31.50, $32, and then reaching $33.47 at the bottom of the first page. Let me know how you guys feel about Azet of the White Forest. Part of the White Forest archetype. It's pretty new from Infinite Forbidden. I've gone against it a couple times. I did go against it at... My bad, I'm kind of getting sick. I went hiking today and got into a little like pond, lake type thing, waterfall, and it was kind of cold and it was really hot. So mixing those two, I think it kind of was getting me sick, or maybe I have allergies because of something in here. But anyway, yeah, I did play against this in a regional. I saw a Runic mix with it, and then I saw a Centurion mix with it. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys decide what to do with it. I think it's just high pushing it up at the moment. Maybe they're getting more support down the line, so people are probably picking this up to invest in early. But I think after the hype is gone, it might drop down to 25 again. I could be wrong though. I went against it, like I said. I thought it was a pretty good deck, but I don't think it's gonna be like a meta strategy. But I could be wrong. I'm wrong, maybe like 20% of the time. So Vera Wolf Tamer. Let's refresh this. We're gonna have to refresh all of them. Looks like the quarter century secret only has one listing. You could get ultra rares right here for under $1 still. Might not be a bad pickup. I'm not really sure how many of these they use in a strategy. If you guys play White Forest, let me know down below. But it looks like the quarter century is at one listing. These were selling for like $41. Now we have our cheapest listing at $69.95. And we have listings selling for 60, 69, 58, 60-ish. Yeah, they're selling around that $60 price point. So let's see if someone comes and buys this and increases the price. But yeah, that's crazy that this one's only at one listing. I mean, it's a core century, the highest rarity, but still, one listing for this card, crazy. I've also seen Whitewoods be mixed with this toy box engine. I think this toy vendor thing is different from these, if I'm not mistaken. But I seen this one, toy box, toy soldier. I think it was toy tank, and I think that's it. Is that it? Was it toy parade too? I don't remember. I think it was just these three. But yeah, I wanted to come take a look at these three right here from the new Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge set and see how they're doing. Maybe more people will want to incorporate the White Forest strategy with this toy box engine. So maybe it might go up if you guys want to try it out. It's pretty cheap still. Rather than picking these up for like $1 a piece, I would pick them up now. You get a place it for $1. Like we have Gamer's Choice right here, 761 copies, so a big wall right here. Will they go up pretty soon? I don't know. It depends on how Whitewoods does and if they do end up mixing with the toy box strategy. But I'm just giving you guys my experience, and yeah, that's what I seen over there at the NAWCQ that I went to. Whitewoods being mixed with this. Cashier Rice Hard. There have been rumors, people speculating that it might come off the ban list. I hope it doesn't. This card is pretty toxic for the game. It's either draw that out or you can't really play. I mean, I guess you could imperm it too, but still, I mean, that's still kind of like drawing that out. 72 listings on the market. Looks like it did go up in price a little bit. It was sitting around like $6 back in May. Now we have it at $7.93, $7.93, $6.94. Heading up to the $8 price point. So yeah, it did increase a little bit in price. Probably will drop down once we get the ban list and it's not on there. If it is on there, then we're kind of fucked because it's going to go up even higher in price. I hope it's not on there though. I hope it doesn't come off the list. Let me know how you guys feel about Cashier Rice Heart if you guys see it coming back into the format. Guerrero Wings of Resonant Life I think might be a good pickup. I've seen Predaplant and Draco's Depelia reach a high price point of like $20-ish. This card has actually been coming down in price. It was sitting around like $24-ish. So it coming back down to $12.21, 82 listings, $13.75, $13.77, $13.93, $13.99, $14.12, $14.24. So under $15 at the moment. The reason I feel like it might be a good pickup is because we're getting that Corey Century Bonanza set, and supposedly we're getting Super Poly printings in that set. So I feel like that's gonna give more people access to Super Poly. Super Poly right now is sitting around like $6-ish, which reminds me I need to get rid of mine before before that Corey Century Bonanza. But yeah, I think it's gonna give people more access to the card that don't want to pay the $5 to $6 price point for Super Poly. And then they're gonna go after super poly targets such as Garura, such as like Mud Dragon and things like that. But yeah, I've seen Draco's Depelia reach like a $20 price point, and this one's more generic than that, and it's down in price. So I would pick this up probably sooner than later. The Core Century Seeker, just because it's the highest rarity. I usually don't recommend higher rarities of the card, but I doubt this is getting a higher rarity than Core Century Seeker rare. Maybe like a Ghost Rare in the future. I don't know, but for now, it's gonna be it's gonna be the highest rarity Core Century Seeker rare available for printing for this card. Oh, here goes Draco Sapelli now. This card was sitting around like 20-ish. I forgot I had it in here. This card was sitting around like 20-ish dollars at its highest. It's been dropping down 11.13, 11.14, 11.15, 11.40, 11.44, 11.50, 11.65. Was sitting in May around 11. Then it got a hype reaching that $20 price point that we talked about. 54 listings on the market. I would go after Garura just because Garura is more generic. This one uses one fusion monster and one dark monster. Next up, we have Atlantean Heavy Infantry. So I'm not too familiar with Atlantean Mermios, but I guess you mix them together or something. And we did get announced some new Atlantean Mermio support and Rage of the Abyss that's coming out later on this year. So Atlantean Heavy Infantry has two printings. We have a common and a super rare. It looks like both of them are bought out. Low on listings, up in price. 13 listings for this one, the common. Was sitting around like $2-ish. I need to go check my book, see if I have this. 13 listings. We have our first listing at $298. I'm pretty sure the seller's offline for this one. Yep, so that doesn't count. So we hit our first lightly played at $895, $875, and then $10 for a common. So if you guys opened up Structured Deck Realm of the Sea Emperor, I will get rid of these while the hype is up because that's $10 for a common. Super rares from Astro Pack 2. Looks like these were sitting around like $5-ish. Now we only have 8 listings on the market. We have this pushing up to $12.97, $14.95, $14.99, $15.97, and then $18.99. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the Mermio Atlantean strategy. I wasn't around when that deck was in the format. I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh in 2020 or something like that, which was like 4 years ago. So I wasn't around when Atlantean Mermios were, doing good. So if you guys have any more info on Atlantean Mermios, specifically Atlantean Heavy Infantry, how many of you guys play in this strategy? If it's a big part of it, let me know down below. So in Luna, looks like it dropped down in price. It got some hype because of Mimigos. People were speculating it might be one of those cards that Mimigos play maybe like at 3, but I haven't seen any Mimigo strategies that top played this. So I think that's why it's been like falling off. It was at $1. Then when the hype came in, it reached like a high price point. I saw listings selling for like $5-10. I'm not sure why this doesn't show though, because they were at $5-10-ish. Now we only have 75 listings on the market, but we have 240, 242. I don't mean only 75 listings. I mean now we have 75 listings because we used to only have like, I think this dropped down to like 10 listings. So now we have more listings on the market than we had a couple weeks back. But they're at 243, 245, 249, 270, 280, 282. So yeah, they dropped down. The hype just went away for this card. Could still be tech and Mimigos technically, but like I said, I haven't really seen too many strategies incorporating the So and Luna card. If you guys have an opinion on So and Luna, the Core Century Secret specifically, because there are other printings, but the one we're focusing on today is this printing, just because it is the highest rarity, the one that will probably keep its value more than the other ones. Yeah, let me know down below if you guys think it's a good tech, or if you guys could see it going back up in price again. Looks like we have a couple different printings for Miracle Fusion, but the one I wanted to focus on is the Secret Rare from Speed Duel GX Midterm Destruction, because it looks like it's only at 8 listings. So let's take a look at that one. For my budget players, you guys don't have to worry about picking up an expensive copy. You guys have commons, and then some cheap ultra rares right here too. If you guys want a shiny card, a shiny version of the card, you guys can get these for like $1. But the Secret Rare right here looks like it's at 8 listing. Has been going up in price since, let's see, it was sitting around 11-ish back in June. Now we have it pushing up to, let's see, $12.25. Is the seller offline for this one? Nope, seller is online. But after this one's gone, we hit $14, $14, $14, $14.90, and then $14.22 on the first. Actually, this is more because that's shipping, so that's like 18 something, almost reaching a $20 price point. If you guys are looking for a copy of Miracle Fusion and Secret Rare, which is, I think, technically the highest rarity for this card, why is it not letting me go back? Let's just go back to the page. Miracle Fusion and Yu-Gi-Oh! Looks like we have an Ultimate Rare Miracle Fusion at 63 listings, but this one's probably like, it says market price 150. That's way out of our price range. We have super rare, ultra rare. I guess the next budget rarity is gonna be that secret rare copy of Miracle Fusion. So yeah, if you guys want the budget highest rarity copy, you guys are gonna have to pay a pretty high price point for this. It was at 11, now it's reaching the 15 to $20 price point. So I mean, I don't know how many of these you guys use. Is it one because it's searchable? I think in the hero strategy. Let me know down below. Fossil Dyna. I can never pronounce the full name. I just call it Fossil Dyna. I wanted to take a look at the common from the Speed Duel GX midterm destruction box because it looks like it's only at 10 listings. We do have other versions if you guys do want to still pick up the card, but the one I wanted to focus on was this one because it's so low on listings. We have it at 10 listings, was sitting around like $1, but now we have it pushing up to 154, 155, 185, 190, 199, pushing up to the $2 price point. We do have other commons as well. Let's see, this one from Astral Packs at almost like $4-ish says market price. We have the super rare right here at like three-ish dollars. And then this premium gold rare sitting around like $1. So they're all pretty much worth something. I still think, I know I said on a past market watch that I think the Speed Duel GX Secret Rare might be a good pickup. It's still holding around like, actually, let's see, 10. It was around 10 last time we took a look at it. So we still have a couple copies around 10. And I think 10 is a good pickup because they start going up from there. It's the Secret Rare. The other Secret Rare is sitting around like $40. And I think Speed Duel cards look nice in Secret Rare. I usually don't really like to talk about like artwork or how the card looks. I mostly try to focus on like what they do and stuff, and try to reason or build a reason off why the card is going up or down based on like what the card does, not like, you know, the artwork or anything. But I think Speed Duel Secret Rare do look nice, and so that's why I feel like this one could possibly go up even higher. It does look like it's already starting to go up right here. As you can see the graph, it is starting to go up. But yeah, we still have a couple copies around that $10 price point, and they go up from there. And also, if I recall, Speed Duel is getting paused, so it's gonna be harder, I guess, to grab some of these since they're not gonna reprint them anymore. Yeah, I would just go and grab those Fossil Dynas, the Secret Rare. Tidal, the Dragon Ruler. Tidal Dragon Ruler of Waterfalls. I feel like it might be a good pickup. Right now it's kind of low in price. I know it got hyped up when it came off the ban list. But right now we have it pushing down. We have it at 95 listings. We have $3, $3, $3.21, $3.21, $3.21, and $3.25. I feel like this card is going to get hyped up. Once we get more water support, we are getting, like I said, Atlantean Mermeal support. That's water. We're getting a new Trickstar, which is a Marensis monster, so that's kind of water support too, because I think the monsters are water. And I'm pretty sure, I know we're getting some more shark support too, which is water as well. So we're going to be switching into a water format later on this year, in my opinion. And I feel like Tidal is going to be one of those cards that could be teched in decks, in water decks. So I think it has a possibility of going up in price. It looks like the rares are at 94 listings. And we have these at 177, 177. So like $2. For $3, I would just pick up the Secret Rare. But let me know down below how you guys feel about it. The grass looks greener. Another card that people speculate might come off the ban list. But I don't think it will because it's too strong. If you have more cards in your deck than your opponent does, send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard so that you have the same number of cards in your deck as your opponent. Yeah, it's a crazy card. That's not coming off the ban list. But it has been going up in price because of ban list speculation. Right now we have it at $15.85, $14.64, $16.99, $19.50, $19.99. So almost reaching the $20 price point. This is a card I would get rid of while the hype is up for it. Once ban list season is done, it's coming back down. People have been talking about, other YouTubers have been talking about Sky Striker Ace Ray getting a buyout and going up for its Core Century Secret Rare printing. This is alternative art, and this is the only printing it comes in. It looks like we have it right now at 13 listings. We have our cheapest listing at, let's see, that's 190. Once this is gone, we have 199 right here. Not a verified seller, but 199. And then we hit 250, 250, 250, and then going up to that $300 price point. They have been selling for 160, 145, 145, 142, 160, 160, 135. So no sales above 160 yet, but we'll see if it does, if one of these does sell. I think it might come down in price. I don't think this card should be worth more than like 150, but I could be wrong about that. I think this one would be the better pickup in my opinion. It's ultimate rare, technically a high rarity too, not the highest rarity, but a high rarity. Right now you could get this card at, let's see, 110 listings. You could pick it up for $10, $10.98, $10.99, $9.99, so like 10ish dollars. But it's a high rarity striker ray, so I think this one would be the more budget friendly, smarter pickup than this one right here. But let me know down below how you guys feel about this alternative art version, and if you guys could see it going higher in price. Runic Fountain, it's at 2, right? I think this one is at 2. I just wanted to come take a look at Runic Fountain because a couple of mine sold at like $3. I had these ultra rares. Looks like we have Prismatic Seekers at 163, which I feel like should be valued more. Looks like they dropped down in price, but I think these should be worth more than this ultra rares, since they're technically the higher rarity. Ultra rares right now look like they're at 83 listings, and we have these at like 250, 273, 275. Yeah, I think the better pickup would be this one right here, these Prismatic Seeker rares, since they're so like low in price, under $1. They could possibly reach the price point of those ultra rares, since these are the higher rarity, one day. Let me know how you guys feel about Runic Fountain down below. Parallel Exceed, I'm not really sure how many people play Parallel Exceed, but it gives you access to rank 4 plays, because you can special summon it if a link monster is special summon. You could special summon Parallel Exceed to one of the link arrows, and so I feel like since the Fiendsmith strategy is able to go into a link 1 with the arrow pointing down, I thought Parallel Exceed might be a pretty good pickup and a pretty good tech this format, just because it gives you access to like I said, rank 4s and stuff, rank 4 plays, or just let you link climb into something. We have Parallel Exceed Super Rares, 45 listings right here from OTS for Impact 14. Looks like these are sitting at let's see, 150, 150, 209, 234, 235, and then 245. We have the commons. These are almost reaching $1. 69 cents, 70 cents, 79 cents, 87 cents, 89 cents, 89 cents. Then we have the Prismatic Seekers, which I'm actually picking up. These have actually gone down in price. 128 listings. We have 90 cents, 90 cents, 185, 193, 194, 198, and then 199. So I would be picking up the Prismatic Seekers. This is just my player brain speculating that people might catch on to this tech too. So like we always say on the channel, this is not a financial advisement channel. This is for entertainment purposes only, just my opinion. And right now my player brain's just speculating that maybe it might see some play this upcoming formats, but it might not. So just, do what you want with that information. Elemental Hero Shining Neo's Wingman looks like it's getting reprinted in the tins. Konami has been announcing a couple reprints that are coming in the tins over the past couple of days. This one is one of them, and it looks like it did tank down in price. Was sitting around like $10ish dollars. Right now we have 107 listings on the market. It looks like they're holding around like $6 to $7. If I were you guys, I would be getting rid of this, because if I'm not mistaken, I think it said this one's coming in Secret Rare, which is technically going to be the highest rarity. So yeah, I could see this falling off even lower in price. So if you guys still have this, sell it off, and then yeah, pick up the secret once it comes out. I think we're getting to the rank sixes now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're getting to the rank sixes now. So let's talk about some rank sixes. Some of these we already talked about, but I'm just gonna talk about them again just so you guys could see. It looks like the dual terminal Constellar Palami M7 is only at 5 listings, so it got a buyout. Cheapest listing at 31. We have the Seeker Rare right now at 14 listings. Looks like we have our cheapest listing at at $15.95, $17, $18.48, heading up to the $20 price point. Last time we took a look at it, I think we saw a couple copies around the $12 price point. Looks like these ultra rares from Duelist Saga are also starting to go lower on listings, 30 listings. These are starting to climb up. We had these sitting under $1, now they're pushing up to $2.33, $2.34. We have a couple listing around $125, but with shipping that turns basically into a $2 card. So keep an eye out for the Duelist Saga versions. Then we have Premium Gold, Infinite Gold, Gold Rares, 150 listings. People hate Gold Rares, so this one probably won't go up in price. We have rares as well for my budget players. We have two types of rares. We have rares from King Court and rares from El Dorado for my budget players if you guys just want access to the card. But if you want a shiny version of the card, a hollow version, yeah, these are starting to push up. DD Wave High King Caesar, one of the more popular ones that's being used with the Vian Smith strategy right now. Looks like we have 38 listings for the OTS Tournament Pack 24s. They did start going up. We're sitting around $1 now, pushing up to almost $2, $2.40, $2.44, $2.45. I wonder if it's gonna go up to $3. 91 listings for the Code of the Duelist version. These also started to go up in price. Right now we have them at $2.85, $2.89, $3.20. Once these are gone, we hit the $4 price point. And did we get $5? No, there's still $4 on the first page. So like $3 to $4 for that version. Could it go up in price? I'm not really sure. Possibly, because it's going to be one of the... people are speculating that Beatrice is going to get hit. So players are going to have to run this one, most likely, instead of Beatrice. So it could possibly go up. I can't really say if I can guarantee it's gonna go up in price just because it has two printings. Dampier Vampire Shiraden is another rank 6 I thought maybe you guys might be interested in, because I've seen people play Snatch Steal and Change of Heart, and with people running the Fiend Smith engine, you're able to go into this. We have common, and then we have secret rares. The ones you probably want to pick up the secret rare just because it's cheaper. It says if you exceed summon this card by using a monster that is owned by your opponent as material, that monster's level is treated as 6. So let's say they have like a Fenrir on the field. You could Snatch Steal it and Change of Heart it just because those two cards are kind of popular. You can make it a level 6, treat it as a level 6, and then use like your Fiend Smith Engraver or something, or your Necroquip Princess, and then go into this. So steal your opponent's monster, and then go into this. It says once returning, you can detach one material from this card and target one card your opponent controls, send it to their graveyard. So yeah, steal your opponent's Fenrir, go into this, and then get rid of another card. Not too bad. Also, it says once returning, if a monster on the field is sent to your opponent's graveyard by a card effect or destroyed by battle and sent to your opponent's graveyard, you attach one material from this card, special summon one of that monsters to your field in defense position. So it could do that too. It's pretty cool. Right now you can get copies of this for, let's see, 101 listings. We have it at 46 cents, 72 cents, 73 cents, 74 cents, 86 cents, 87 cents, under $1. But I just thought it was a cool tech just because, like I said, I seen people run Snatch Steal and Change of Heart. You could also run like Mind Control as well to steal opponents' monsters. So it's just an option, a rank 6 option you could go into. Dragon Lark Pyran, another rank 6 monster that has a pretty good effect. We have commons, and then we have ultra rares. They're both pretty cheap at the moment. We have plenty of listings, but this card says cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect while a monster other than Dragonlark Pirate is face up on the field that special summon from the graveyard. During the standby phase, you can attach one material from this card and target one level 5 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it. I used to see this card be used to bring out like a barrier statue lock. I think it was the wind one. I forgot what deck. It was a virtual reward, I think. I think it was a virtual reward that was able to do it. I can't really remember what deck was turboing this out, but I think it was Virtual World. But they were bringing out like the barrier statue during the opponent's standby phase, unlocking them out just because they could bring back a monster that's level 5 or lower. Right now, 320 listings, and this card is basically pennies. I don't think it's gonna go up too high, but it's just an option. Just I thought I'd give you guys, since we're talking about rank 6 and rank 8. Evozer Lars, I don't recommend picking it up. If you guys already have it, maybe just hold on to one copy just because it's getting reprinted most likely in Duelist Nexus since it is listed on the 10th. Already started to go down in price since we're getting closer to the 10 release date. Hit a high price point of like $8-ish. That's when I sold mine. I picked mine up around $3-ish. Right now they're coming back down to $4.56, $3.50, $4.90, $4.95, $4.99, and $5. Maybe just keep one to have access to it in case you want access to a generic negate, because this card says, well, this card has material your opponent cannot target it with monster effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can attach 2 materials from this card or just one material. If all of this card's materials are reptile and or dinosaur, you target one face-up card your opponent controls, negates effects until the end of the turn. So it's a generic negate that you have access to with the Fiend Smith engine. But it is getting reprinted, so unless you're like playing it, I wouldn't hold on to it. If you are playing it, you can hold on to one copy, but it is going down in price. We have Gauntlet Launcher. I think this one is a monster removal card that I searched up. It's a rank 6. We have Ultra Rares, then this Ultimate Rare right here. Let's take a look at the Ultimate Rare. I think I actually have an Ultimate Rare in the collection. 2 level 6 monsters, so generic rank 6. You can attach 1 XC material from this card, then target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Pretty basic. 85 listings, and this card is sitting at $199, $230, $122, $122. So yeah, it's pretty cheap. And then these right here are basically under $1. Both come in ultra rare, so just a generic, I guess, pop you could access in rank 6. In a rank 6 strategy. Inzektor Exhibido. This one has the ability to equip. It's also generic. Let's take a look at the secret from Order of Chaos because it's cheap. 2 level 6 monster with this card is Exceed Summon. You could target one monster in either player's graveyard, equip that target to this card. So the thing I wanted to try to do with this is try to get like the Buster Blader monster. It's an effect monster that locks your opponent out of summoning monsters from the extra deck if it's equipped to a monster. What was it? Buster Blade or something. But yeah, this one has the ability to equip that Buster Blader card if you wanted to. If you're able to get that Buster Blader card into the graveyard, it has the ability to equip it and you get a lock from that. Right now it's at 116 listings and 132, 132, 132, 134, 135, 158. So under $2 for the secret. I might just pick it up just to try to see if I could bring out that Buster Blader lock and with this. But like I said, it's just my player brain thinking today on this market watch. Genzo Layered, another rank 6 that's pretty generic. You can attach one material from this card, then target one face of monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase. So kind of like a Big Eye, but it cannot activate its effects or declare an attack. So it just steals your opponent's monster, but it's generic. So that's why I brought it up. Looks like this one's actually worth something. It did go up like between June and July. 61 listings. We have this at 274, 275, 297, 299. 369, 244, 250, and then 399, heading up to the $4 price point. Let me know how you guys feel about Genzo Layered. A lot of these rank 6, rank 8 monsters you probably won't really see too much of in the format because they're not really that popular, but I mean they could come up. I'm just giving you guys options. Number 72 Shogi Rook. Let's take a look at. Actually, they both come in Ultra, but let's take a look at the one from Zexo Manga promotional cards because it's technically the harder to get rarity. No, they're both Ultra. It's just the harder to get card. Two level 6 monsters. Once per turn, you can attach 2 XC materials from this card and target one face of monster your opponent controls, and one set spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy them. But any battle damage your opponent takes is half for the rest of the turn. So, lets you get rid of a face of monster, and lets you get rid of a spell or trap. So, double pop. 36 listings, $278, $3, $385, pushing up to the $4 price point. So there you go. Double pop right there for number 72. Next up, we have Photon Strike Bouncer. This one I think is a generic monster to negate, if I'm not mistaken. We have commons at 34 listings. We have super rares at 138 listings. Star Pack one. Let's take a look at the secret ones. 45 listings for this one. 2 level 6 monsters, so generic. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you can attach 1 XC material from this card, negate the effect, and if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So pretty cool, right? Generic monster negate. Although, is there another one that negates? That's a generic monster negate? I don't think so. But yeah, 45 listings. Right now we have our cheapest lightly played at $450, $448. Then after that, they go up past that, going up to like the $5-6 price point. Let me know how you guys feel about Photon Strike Bouncer, if it's something you guys would consider using for your Fiendsmith strategy. Pilgrim Reaper is a common that I feel like a lot of like tier builds, Horus builds might incorporate the Fiendsmith engine with to get to milling some more cards. This card says you can attach 1 XC material from this card. Each player sends the top 5 cards of their deck to their graveyard. So I've been using this card in my Horus tier element Fiendsmith build along with Beatrice to dump cards into their graveyard. Right now it's at 119 listings. It's under $1. There was a time this card is actually reaching the $1 price point, but it looks like we have more listings now, and yeah, people have dropped this card's price to under $1. But it could maybe go up if tier elements Horus start to incorporate the Fiendsmith engine to turbo this out and get some mills in. Let me know how you guys feel about Pilgrim Reaper down below. We have Virtual World Phoenix. We have the Ultra Rare, which we're going to be taking a look at. And then we have a rare right here for budget players. You want, actually this Ultra is actually budget, so just pick up the Ultra Rare. Once per turn, you can attach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, and 1 card in their graveyard, banish them. So it lets you banish a face-up card on the field, and it lets you banish a card in the graveyard. So not a bad tech. If this exceeds 7 cards destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster or by an opponent's card effect while it's in a monster zone, you can special summon 2 virtual. Okay, we're not gonna do that because we're not playing virtual monsters in our deck. 152 listings. It's under 50 cents, so not a bad pickup just to have access to the card. I'm just giving you guys different options you might want to try out for your decks depending on like what you're running. It could probably benefit you or help you on your end board, or like if you're going second like this one, it lets you break a board. Wallow, founder of the Joyous Dragons. I actually invested like I think $15 into this card. I bought 15 copies around like $1, and it never went up, the Darkwing Blast version. So yeah, I like I said, sometimes I hit, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I do, but we do take some L sometimes. This one from Darkwing Blast, 256 listings, sitting under 20 cents. It has a pretty good effect. It's a generic rank 6 monster. The one we want to focus on is says quick effect. You can target 1 card your opponent's graveyard and detach 1 or 2 materials from this card. Then activate the appropriate effect. Return it to the deck. If you only detach 1, and if you detach 2, if that target is a monster, special summon it face up or in face down defense position to your field. If it is not, set it on your field. So if they use like Imperm, you get to set that to your field. If you detach 2, if it's like a What else could you do with it? If it's like a maybe like a fabled Lurie, you could return it to the deck before they get their Fiendsmith combos to go off. So just another rank 6 monster I feel like could be good. I bought these for $1, so I'm already losing out on them. But there's plenty of copies available on the market. We also have comments from the 25th anniversary tins if you want to pick up those too. Now we're going into the rank 8s. I think that's it for the rank 6s. Coach King, Giant Trainer. The reason I'm mentioning rank 8 is because we're getting the Horus engine reprinted in a 10. So I feel like once that comes out, more people are going to look into some rank 8s to mess around with. We have this one, the Secret Rare. The other ones are pretty affordable. Coach King, Giant Trainer says you can attach one Exceed material from this card, draw one card, and reveal it. And if it was a monster, inflict 800 to your opponent. You cannot conduct your battle phase. The turn you activate this effect, and you could use this effect basically 3 times because you used 3 level 8 monsters to make it. So essentially, it lets you draw 3 cards and maybe burn your opponent for what's 3 times 8, like 2,400, 1,600, 2,400 if you hit a monster. 77 listings for the Secret Rare. It was sitting around like $12-ish. I actually saw this a little bit higher a couple months ago, but it's been dropping down in price because it did get reprinted. I think people have started to not use it anymore. But $7.10, $7.20, $7.20, $6, $6, $7.94, and then $8 on the first page. But like I said, we do have other copies available. We have comments right here from the structure deck, and then comments from OTS Tour Impact 4. But the one I will probably go after is the Secret, since it's the higher rarity. And it did have a price point of like $12, so it might go up to that price point again if it starts seeing some play when we do get the new Horus reprints. Then Gears to the Orcus of Evening Star, another rank 8 that's pretty popular. Basically, it protects against destruction, or it lets you remove a card from the field without targeting. This card was sitting at a price point of like $9-ish, but right now we have it at $5, $5, $5, $5. Basically a $5 card for this quarter century secret version of Dingirsu. Let me know how you guys feel about Dingirsu. If you guys think this quarter century secret rare could be a good pickup to tech as a rank 8 option. Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. I forgot what this one does. It must do something good because that's why I put it up here. Looks like we have a couple different printings for this card. We have our cheapest printing it's a secret rare and it's at $7. So let's see what it does. Why is it worth that much? 2 level 8 monsters once per turn. During either player's turn, you can attach 1 XE material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster in the field. This turn, its effects are negated. Okay, so it lets you negate, but it is unaffected by other card effects. So it also lets you like make it into a tower. So could be used as like a defensive strategy or an offensive strategy. Let's say you want to make your big monster, your boss monster, unaffected by card effects, just to get it to be able to like attack and inflict damage. That could be useful. Or you could also use it to negate an opponent's card, monster card, because it says its effects are negated. So not too bad. Is this banned? I don't think it's banned. Let me know down below if it's banned. It shouldn't be banned. It looks like this sticker is also around like $7-ish. The one from the 2014 Megatins, $8, $8.65, $8.65, $7.57. And then we have other higher rarity printings. We have Ultimate Rare, and then we have Ghost Rares as well. The Ultimate Rare might not be a bad pickup since it's almost the same price as these Secret Rares. I think we said these were like 8, right? These are $11.97, $13.37, $12.38, $13.49, $13.50, $13.98, $13. So yeah, it's only like $4 more than these Secret Rares. So it might not be a bad pickup right here. Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, if it's not banned. I'm too lazy to go look at the ban list right now and see if this is banned, but I don't think it is. But yeah, it's another tech option you have for horror since it's generic. Garunix Eternity High of the Fire Kings. This one came out in a structured deck. It's cheap, 97 listings, but it does let you destroy monsters on the field. It says if this card exceeds summon, you can destroy all monsters on the field. You attach one material from this card and target one spell or trap on the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack. So it lets you pop a spell or trap, and it also lets you destroy all monsters in the field. So it has double usage on a rank 8. Number 1 Infection Buzz King. Amazing Millennium got printed out I think this year, so I doubt this card is gonna get reprinted until maybe like next year's tins. So this card might not be a bad pickup since you have time to like see it grow. 118 listings on the market, currently at $2, $2.25, $2.29, $2.49, $2.60. This one lets you look at your opponent's extra deck. Once returned during your standby phase, you could attach one card from your opponent's graveyard to this card as material. You can only use each of the following effects of number 1 Infection Buzz King once returned. If this card is exceeds something, you get to look at your opponent's extra decks. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And send one card from it to the graveyard. So it gives you access to information in your opponent's extra deck to know what they're playing. So not a bad tech. It's a rank 8, and yeah, like I said, looking at your opponent's extra deck is like really good information. Could win you the duel. Lancelot Dark Knight. I think this one's like a Light and Darkness Dragon on a rank 8. 87 listings for the super rare. Looks like we have the super rare right now. It has came down in price. $2, $2.49, $2.50, $1.65, $1.75, and $1.97. Lancelot says this card can attack your opponent directly while it has exceed material. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated, attach one exceed material from this card, negate the activation. So yeah, it lets you negate, I guess, one card. It's a generic negate, but the only downside on this is you don't get to trigger it. So the first card that's activated will automatically be negated by Lancelot. It's not something that you could just use whenever you want to use. So if your opponent uses like Pot of Prosperity, it's just going to negate that. Or if they use like a Cosmic Cyclone during the standby phase, it's just going to negate that. So you can't really, trigger it. It's not something you can manually do. The ultra rare from the manga promotional, Zexo manga promotional cards, 30 listings. Looks like this one's at $13.80, $14.98, $14, $15, $15.23, and then $15.24. Let me know how you guys feel about Lancelot, number 23, and if you guys would consider running this in your Horus builds. Number 38 is a generic spell card negate. It also lets you redirect attacks to it. The Core Century Seeker is the highest rarity from Rarity Collection 2. 75 listings. We have this at 770, 861, 968, 969, 986, 986, and 993. So under $10. This is one I use in my horror spell just because it gives me access to spell card negates. It also lets me redirect attack. Usually my end board ends on like this, a spell canceller, and like an Apollosa. And even though I don't use like the spell negate on this, it does let me redirect attacks from like my Apollosa to it, so it protects my Apollosa. But yeah, it's in my horse build. Maybe you guys might want to consider getting it for yours. Number 68, Santa Phone, the Sky Prison. I think we're almost done with the rank 8s. This is I think a good tech. Kind of like a Floodgate, I think it is. We have rares from Toon Chaos, and then 113 listings from 2017 Megaton. Let's see what it does. They're pretty cheap at the moment, so you guys don't have to. Actually, look, they're starting to go up. The graph shows it's starting to go up. But yeah, they're still cheap, under $1. This card says gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyard. Once per turn, you can attach one material from this card until the end of your opponent's turn. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Not bad. Also, neither player can special summon from the graveyards. Oh, pretty good. So for like, I think it's good against Fire King because they do. Snake Eyes because they do summon from the graveyard. So not a bad tech if Snake Eyes decides to stay in the format, but it's very like format reliant, but it is something you have access to. Next card we have is number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This is basically a generic monster negate. Usually, when I play Horus, sometimes I like to go into this first in order to have a negate for like a hand trap or like a Nibiru or something like that. We recently got 2 new printings in Battle of the Legends Chapter 1. This one is the highest rarity though, it's a secret rare, but these don't look that bad. I would probably pick up one of these sooner rather than later because this is one of the more generic cards that Horus does run. Dragublion, I know number 100 got, is it number 100 I think, that got in a reprint already collection set. Number 100, yeah, it's number 100. Usually people use Dragublion to go into the number 100. Looks like Dragublion only has 2 printings. I thought I had more. We have ultra rare copies from Ghost from the Past right here, under $1. And then we have the Battles of Legends secret rares. Looks like these are sitting around, they came down in price, $4, $5, $5, $5.23, and then $5.24. This is a card you could use to go into number 100 and basically OTK your opponent. Pretty easy to make in the Horus strategy because it's 2 level 8 monsters, so it's generic. So yeah, it's just one of those options you guys might want to try out. The Zombie Vampire, this is a card that also mills, kind of like Pilgrim Reaper, but it's really easy to make in Horus. Let's see, we have both prismatic and secret rares right here from Battle of Chaos. Both are sitting under $1. Actually no, these are sitting under $1. And then we have the secret rares from Battle Chaos at like $2-ish, $2.15, $2.52, $2.52, $2.65. I would go after the prismatic secret rare. To me, prismatic secret rare is technically a higher rating than just regular secret rare, so these would probably be the better option for a pickup. But we do have like some big walls. 2079 from, is this Gamer's Choice? Yeah, Gamer's Choice. 390, let's see, 393 right here. So yeah, we have a couple big walls. So if you guys want to come in and pick one up just to tack in your Horus builds to play and maybe like tier Horus, whatever, these would probably be the better ones to pick up rather than picking up the Battle of Chaos version. Thunder and Dragon, what did this one do? I know it's generic rank 8, but let's see what it does. We have, let's see, that's Duelist League promo, Star Pack, Duelist League promo. Let's look at the ultra rare from Shockwave since it's the more accessible one, I think. These are at 65 listings. We have 2 level, oh, this is 2 level 8 normal monsters. Never mind, you can't use this in Horus. I thought you could, but it's nice to see that it's worth something. 65 listings. We have this currently at 436, 456. 470, like reaching the $5 price point. But yeah, my bad, you guys. This is 2 level 8 normal monsters. I thought it said 2 level 8 monsters. It's not generic, but it's nice to see that it's worth something, right? And then last card on today's market watch is gonna be Aegon the Sea Castrum. This is a card I actually tech in my build, and I really like the card. It's not worth anything. It's just a common from the 2016 Megaton. Also comes in common from Breakers of Shadow. But my teammate Jose, he actually showed me this card, and I was trying to find ways to dig through my opponent's extra deck. I am still running in fact Injection Buzz King number 1. So that's one of the ones I do use to dig into my opponent's extra deck. In my Horus build, this is another card I could use to dig into that extra deck. 2 level 8 monsters. During either player's turn, you can banish 1 random face down monster from your opponent's extra deck face up, and if you do, this card attack becomes equal to that banished monsters. During either player's turn, you can attach 1 Exceed material from this card, then target one of your opponent's banished fusion, synchro, or Exceed monster, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls with the same monster card type, fusion, synchro, or Exceed. So it lets you dig through your opponent's extra deck. Although this one's random, Injection Buzz King, you could actually, go through the extra deck and banish 1 of your choosing. This one is just random. But it is still a way to dig into the extra deck. That's why I use it. And that's why I thought I mentioned it on this market watch. But yeah, it's not worth nothing. It's just one of those options I thought I mentioned just so you guys could know about it, know what I do with it. Like I said, it's just player brain thinking throughout this market watch. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return a Chance. Hopefully, you guys got some good information and continue having a good weekend. This is Ricky572. We'll see you guys next time.